made it in. We're gonna go ahead and do our little bit of a walk-in right here. We gotta walk up this hill probably about 150, 200 yards. And we've got a tripod stand on the lane overlooking the feeder, so that's kind of where we're headed. So we're gonna walk in here as quiet as we can, get slipped up in the stand, get our camera stuff ready, and sit the rest of the evening. I noticed when I was driving up that the dog hunters are on the club next to us, so hopefully that don't mess us up too bad, but it is what it is. They have the right to hunt too, so. Trying to slip in as quiet as possible. And I'm looking right in front of me. There's a scrape. That's always good. To see that. Alright, we got the stand cleaned out now. At least somewhat enough. We had that scrape right back here, which the wind is blowing this away, so I hope they don't come back there. We think the deer are going to come up from this bottom and come out in front of me on this lane, or either come straight from the north. That's what we're suspecting them to do, so you never know this time of year. It's possible that they cross that gravel from the other side of the property and come up in here chasing does. Who knows what's going to happen, but we're going to be ready for all circumstances and all situations. I don't know if you can hear it on the video, but I can hear dogs up ahead of me running, and I can hear the dog hunters on their four-wheelers. So, ain't no telling what's about to happen here. The dogs seem to be getting closer and closer to me. I mean, I'll be ready for sure, but I really don't want the dogs to come over here and mess me up. And I certainly don't want dog hunters to come traipsing through here, but what do, you know? I mean, they right there, son. I'll go ahead and get my gun ready, but all of that land north of me is timber company land, and it's leased out for hunting clubs, and they just happen to run dogs, and you can still run dogs in this area. So I'm not griping about it. I mean, it is what it is. It's definitely not my preferred method, but it is legal, and they have the right to do it. So I'm certainly not complaining about that, but I really just don't want it to mess me up. Hopefully it won't. But I remember doing that when I was a kid with my grandpa one time. And it was fun. Man, it was fun. But I know guys who still hunt don't like it because it messes them up. So I understand both sides of that coin for sure. did it evening number 2 here in Mississippi, and this time we're hunting on the west side of the road, and the wind is blowing in our face toward where we walk in, so it's perfect. We feel like the deer are going to come from this direction. They could come from our north. If so, we'll have to be real still or they'll bust us up in this tree stand, but we've got a feeder right out here in front of us about 60 yards, and it looks like they've been hitting it pretty good. I come and checked it this morning at like 10:30 after I got down from hunting, and it wasn't a kernel of corn left on the ground, so I think they're hitting it pretty good. So hopefully this will turn out to be a pretty good sit. We shall see.